For Jake, Scooter Hobbs, Lake Charles, American Press. When you're not starting, it's almost inevitable that sometime you're going to pinch hit. How do you stay ready for that?
Yeah, I think the coaching staff does a really good job of having me prepared and letting me know kind of when my opportunity will come. And so just being able to stay focused, stay ready during the game, knowing that the second my name's called upon, it'll be an opportunity for me to help the team win. So it's just taking it one pitch at a time, being where my feet are, and just staying prepared.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge for both Jake and Anthony, if you could. Coastal's coach was just in here talking about microscopic focus and attention to detail, and when he says those things, I think immediately of your coach, right? Could you speak to the amount of preparation that Jay and the staff provide you guys? Any details that you would like to share about like how it's helped you prepare for a game and how it might impact obviously the biggest games in your life coming up?
I'll go first. Yeah, I think Coach Johnson is really good at simplifying the task for our team, just helping us understand that, no matter the situation, you're just playing the game, and the game is always going to be the same. So I think that he just does a really good job of preparing us.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, in our meetings before the games, there's a very clear set of instructions on what every guy needs to do to be able to be his best to help the team win in any given moment. And so everything's really straightforward for us. I mean, we came here to play baseball. We're not really scholars. So he does a great job of laying it out for us and making going out there and executing as simple as it can be. So super thankful for that.
Noah Bieniek, 11.7. This question's for both of you, either of you, whoever wants to take it first, go ahead. Going back throughout some championship teams here in the College World Series in Omaha, they learn through adversity throughout the year. You guys started the season 22-1, and your last 13 games you're 11-2. SEC play was, where you could have faced the biggest competition, the most adversity. What have you guys learned about, one, the position play group, two, the pitching staff?
You got it.
I would say that this is a really battle-tested team. I mean, we've played in just about every type of baseball game you can play in, from blowing people out to getting beat to coming back in games to winning with just by one run. I mean, it's a team that's really seen it all, and I think it speaks to the toughness of our team. The pitching staff is always ready to hand the ball off to the next guy. That guy always is ready to come in and do his job. And I think for the position players, it's just like we have 15 guys that can affect a game at any given moment. And it's just being ready to come in, do it one pitch at a time. Like there's no lead that we can't come back from, and I think we've known that. Which is, I mean, with 2 outs the other night, we're down by 2 runs still, and we're able to put together some tough at bats to come back right there. So I mean, it's a team that's really seen it all and is prepared to do anything. I think that's going to help us in the long run.
Scott Rappelay with the Baton Rouge Advocate. For Anthony, Jacob Morrison was in here saying he's willing to pitch 150 pitches if he has to in his start, and I'm sure you feel similarly. But your situation is kind of one of you might start and have a long outing, and then you might be asked to come in and get some key outs in relief. Just how do you approach that in terms of preparation and being willing to do whatever is asked at this in such a crucial series?
Yeah, I think that just comes with me week in and week out, being prepared for anything, and I think Coach Yeski and Coach Johnson do a really good job for just preparing our whole pitching staff to be able to pitch, whenever they have to, just in the best position to help the team win. I'm fine with pitching whenever, pitching, closing games, starting games. So I think just up to this point in the season, I've been prepared for it.
John Eads, WFB TV in Baton Rouge. Question for Jake, just because you were on the team last year. Coach said what y'all maybe lacked last season was a little bit of toughness, and that's maybe one of the reasons why y'all have been a little more successful this year. And, it's one thing to talk about having that, but what was the process like of adding that to this year's team, and how do y'all exemplify that?
I think a lot of it goes with having the right guys on the bus. I mean, we have a locker room full of guys that show up every day, super excited to be able to compete with people that are not just their teammates, but their best friends. I mean, we have a super close-knit group of guys that nobody wants to stop playing with each other. We want to have this team for as long as we can, and part of that goes with just not giving in. So it's a lot of guys that know that they're competing for each other, one common goal, and it's we're going to try to keep this team for as long as we can, so no reason to lay down now.
and in Brabham Tiger TV. This is another one for Jake. Coach Johnson talks a lot about being one-run ready. What does that look like for you guys stepping into the box, and especially for you when you're in a pinch hit role a lot of the time? What does that preparation look like throughout a game and before a game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's pretty laid out of what every guy needs to do to help a team win, and it's just really being focused, being where your feet are, and ultimately not trying to do too much. I mean, one-run games are normally won via a lot of a group effort, guys just passing the stick to the next guy and doing whatever it takes to come out on top right there, and that showed the other night. I mean, guys weren't trying to do too much. We were hitting the ball low and hard, able to have a couple fortunate plays go our way, and then swing at the end. Like, Jared knew that he didn't have to hit a home run to win the game right there, so he just was able to stay where his feet are, hit the ball low and hard, and that's what got it done for us that night.
Chesson Boucher with NBC 33 in Baton Rouge. Jake, since the postseason, Coach Johnson has talked about how things ended in the Chapel Hill Regional. Have you used that as motivation throughout this postseason?
A little bit, yes and no. I mean, I took a lot of pride in kind of fleshing that moment to ultimately be prepared to be the best player that I could be this year. So, I mean, in a way, yeah, like obviously I want to go out and compete and win a national championship. I don't think that it has so much to do with last year because the type of player that I am, I like to play pretty confidently. And so I know that I'm able to trust the work that I put in and trust my preparation and trust the coaching staff and the guys around me. So it's a lot of focus on this year, and that's kind of been the motto all year.
Ross Aboud with the LSU Reveille. Anthony, obviously, last outing against UCLA, don't start the best, give up those 3 runs. You never really got the chance to settle in. This Coastal team preaches scoring first. It's one of their big things that they just talked about. What's your mindset to stop that?
Yeah, to not let them score in the first. That's all it is.
Scooter Hobbs, Lake Charles American Press again. I'm sorry, Jake, when you were growing up, what do you remember most about growing up as an LSU fan and wanting to play there?
Yeah, I just remember being a little kid that would come to the games and watch the games on TV, and those guys were like superheroes to me growing up. And so it's been a real pleasure of mine, something that I'm super thankful for, that I'm able to be that person nowadays. I mean, I enjoy giving back to the people that are just like me. That's why, like, if you look out, I'm tossing the ball into the stands to a little kid or something, just because I was in those shoes once and I know how much it means to be a little kid that's a fan of the LSU Tigers.
Kind of on that same vein for both of you, there's an incredible amount of spotlight when you play at LSU, and all of your successes are magnified, but so are your failures, I guess. How do you navigate that? Knowing Jake, kind of like you said, there's a good and bad to it, I guess. And then just Anthony, how new was that for you when you got to LSU, and how have you dealt with it?
Yeah, obviously, big crowd difference for me coming from UC San Diego here. I honestly didn't really think about it too much, just knowing that if I play a full season in front of fans, they're going to see me play good and bad. So just kind of took that how it is, just kind of disregard it and just play my game.
Yeah, I would say nobody dreams about playing in an empty ballpark. Like when you're a kid, when you're taking swings in the backyard, when you're doing all this stuff, you're dreaming about playing at the biggest spotlight, and that's what LSU is. I mean, if you want the chance to come and play the closest thing to professional baseball at a college level, this is where you come.
Koki Riley with The Advocate. Anthony, you mentioned how Nate Yeske does a very good job of laying out a specific game plan for you guys, for the pitchers. What does that actually look like? Does he meet with you guys individually in terms of you're going to start today or you're probably going to come out of the bullpen today? And how does he sort of simplify things exactly?
Yeah, it'll be via conversation. Just tell him how I'm feeling. He'll kind of talk to Coach Johnson about what they're thinking about and expecting out of us pitchers, and yeah, I'll just keep relaying how I feel and things like that.
Clayton Collier with First Alert 6 back here. Jake, as you mentioned, is lifelong LSU fan. What do you remember about 2016 and that Coastal Carolina Super?
I mean, a little bit of heartbreak. I mean, that was a great team, a team that I think could have made a good run in the championship. Obviously, things didn't go our way that time, so looking forward to turning around and making something good happen for us this time.
We'll take one more for the student athletes.
Jacques Doucet, WABTV in Baton Rouge. I assume you guys play teams at times who have a chip on your shoulder because you're LSU. Coastal kind of made it clear they're not here to compliment LSU in the history. They're here to beat you. How do you counter that? Is it just LSU baseball as it always is?
Yeah. I mean, it's the other team. I think they're here to beat us, just like we're here to beat them. So I think if we execute and play our game, we'll have good results.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, we've trained all year. We've been together since August for this. This isn't something that caught us by surprise. We knew we were meant to be here, and that's what everything that we've done, everything that we've set forth, all the hard work, all the preparation has brought us to this moment, and ready to go out there and compete and bring home number 8.
Jake, Anthony, we appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend and try to stay cool.